Nine Speed Program. Today is day two. We've gotten some conversions. It's still not fully running on YouTube as much as we want it to be running on YouTube.
We're,
So, we'll get that going.
we're
We should be having that pretty
yeah,
soon,
yeah,
right?
we're on YouTube live right now as well.
Well, we're on YouTube
Yeah,
Live. I
yeah.
mean, with the YouTube ads.
Oh,
You guys,
YouTube
you
ads,
guys will
YouTube
be
ads.
seeing our YouTube ads very, very soon, and that's when it will be going into a whole other stratosphere. But right now, we're just getting it going organically, and it's been very exciting. I just want to give you more information about it for the people that are already following us and already part of this whole our group, our main group of people. We just want to give more information about the program and really why give some incentives to why to act now. I think the big reason to act now is the first. So it's all about trying to add the most amount of value for people, right? So the first 150 members that we have, what we're going to do is make it very, very personalized. 50 first members, and this doesn't mean that you have to get started today. So how the program actually works through the app, we use what's called Train Heroic. And on Train Heroic, what happens is you download it and you set up your calendar on the app based off when you want to actually start the program. So you could have the program and say you want to get started March 30th or something. And still have access to what you get with being one of the first 150 members to sign up. So 150 members, first, let me erase this, first to sign up will have more personalization, right? And the reason we want to write that out is just sort of as people start to go or start watching the video, they can see what's kind of the big value add here. So within this 12-week program, no matter what, you're gonna get all the nutrition, you're gonna get all the workouts, you're gonna get all the modules, you're gonna get all the motivation, you're gonna get all the range of motion stuff, and it's a 12-week program, so it's one time $97. I was just talking to a client about it, and he's actually in our throw program, and was asking about, what should we do with the speed program? He's like, yeah, just sign me up for a month, because usually with the throw programs it's a monthly thing. And I'm like, dude, it's one payment and you get the whole thing. He's like, oh wow, like for the pricing of what it is and all the stuff you're getting, he's just like, sign me up, no questions asked, it's gonna go, because $97 and it's easier with the people that have been a part of our programs in the past. I get that, just because we have so much value through there, and so people are just like, man, I mean, we have people that are spending $250 a month with us with our other programs, and so a $97 program for 3 months and some of the other things that we had in there, it's a no-brainer for anybody to get going with it. But point being is the first 150 members getting back onto the program, the first 150 members, they're going to get my cell phone, right? My cell phone. They're going to have me checking in, right? So it's going to be a lot more. Sorry for my bad handwriting. It's going to be much more personalization. And I can't stress this enough and why this is very valuable, because if you're spending $97, right, I'm going to put down $97 because this is what this is, and you guys need to understand that there's so much value in this program. But what makes this even more valuable is, really you're spending $100, right, and you're basically guaranteeing yourself to get more speed. And why it's a good idea to act now is just because now you get the feedback with me. So if you're saying, hey, I was just texting a guy, he's like, hey, is there a way can we get more upper body type of stuff in there? And it's like, absolutely, I could send you over more upper body parts of the program. So now you're going to get just that much more value within the program if you're the first 150 members. We want to know what is it within the program that we can improve. If there's parts of the program that need to get better, then we want to hear about that at the beginning, so then we can make those necessary changes. So just by going through the program and when you start to see like where the workouts, where the things, now give us feedback. I mean, again, you're going to have my cell phone. I'm going to be checking in with you. I want to make sure that this is all the things that you're hoping to get within this program, we deliver for you, and then on an even higher overall level, so even deeper level than what you're thinking by spending $97. And really, the reason that it's essentially a free program here. It's a very, very cheap program, but what you're going to get with $97 is a commitment, right? Like, this is why spending money is important, is because now you're going to commit. right? We are going to commit to you and checking in and giving you the cell phone, and we've already committed a lot of our time, a lot of our energy, a lot of our efforts into making this thing a reality. And so now all you need to do is you need to be able to commit. Once you spend that $97, there's going to be a different version of yourself that you start to be able to become. And this is part of the motivation part of it as well. And motivation might not be the right way to put it, but it's actually describing to you and walking you through developing and changing your overall self. Because if you're having trouble with commitment, right? If you're having trouble in getting yourself to the next level, there's something in your mentality, there's something in your actual day-to-day interaction with yourself that's holding you back. And so we want to actually provide you solutions to get out of that, not only from a program perspective, programming for change, but also mentality.
Keep getting calls on this.
I'm getting calls on it?
Yeah.
Oh, on my
Yes.
phone?
Yeah. So it's pausing the Instagram live.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Should I not disturb? I'm going to do not disturb.
Yeah, I got it.
Who's calling me?
Scott. Scott Scott D.
Mentality improvement. So getting back to what we were talking about here. So you need to have a change of mentality, right? So a lot of times what happens for somebody running 4.9, let's say, and they want to get down to 4.6, as much as there's a programming change, as much as there's a speed change, there's also a mentality change, right? And so within the program, we actually have it set up for this, and we haven't, I started adding this in as we went, and honestly, we started this program months ago, and I've recently taken on a new coach and started to, and shout out to Janet if she's watching the videos. Actually, she doesn't watch these videos, but shout out to her if she is. And so I started taking on a mentality change. I started becoming a different version of myself. I started being able to reach in areas of my life that I hadn't been in the past, and I started realizing that this is something that people need as well. So after we've already done all the marketing, gone through all the parts that we needed to do, I started adding this stuff in. So we hadn't really gone into, on the marketing side, all the mentality stuff that we go in the actual program, but every single week we have something for you to do that will help you in guiding you through this whole process and helping you become a faster version of yourself. There's, again, it's more than just the programming and the modules and the information. That stuff is great, but it's also the mentality change. Okay, you gotta have that mentality change to really make it so you have a big difference. And the reason I bring up the 4.9 and 4.6 is because I think a lot of people that are going to be watching this are going to be people that are looking to improve their 40s. And I really would push that, right? I would say that if you're looking to improve your 40, if you actually want your 40 to improve, this program would be a great way for you to do that. And I know that you might be a little bit hesitant about the programming and the strength and conditioning and stuff like that. Really, there's parts of it that it's not just the strength and conditioning aspect, right? The reason it's only $97 is because you want to just take one. If you only can take one or two or three nuggets, then you made it all valuable. If you can take everything, then great. I mean, if you do need a strength and conditioning program and you need to learn more about how to run faster, if you need to get better mentality, if you need to get more nutrition, and you're even thinking about if $97 is enough value, then then I don't even know what to tell you, because $97 for all the stuff that we're going to be putting in there is crazy. But really, what I believe is going to be the best thing about the program is that if you just need one of those things, then the $97 value is a good reason to just take action for one, right? So if you just need a nutrition program, for instance, right? I mean, you're going to spend $500 on a nutrition program, right? Well, we're going to give you a nutrition program for $97. Right? There's value there. If you just need to, let's say you look for how you can run faster, modules for how you can run faster. Running faster. Sorry, I'm terrible with my writing. But if you just, and so this is just as much for coaches, I think, as it is for actual athletes, because our modules, I wish I could actually show you the modules so then you could fully understand it. I'm gonna get rid of this 4.9 and 4.6. But we have one module in particular that when we went through it, even we have like a soccer player that does like video stuff too, and afterwards he was like, wow, like that one video is so valuable. Like that was such a mind-opening video because it goes in depth about, because there are different phases, right? There's acceleration, there's transition, and there's top end speed, right? And the reason we talk a lot about this, even in the marketing videos, is because it's so much based around this. So for each one of these parts, we go and explain to you what is elite. So what in your acceleration is going to be elite? So how much time should you be spending on the ground? How much foot contact time? And that's for all of these, right? All the way down. How much foot contact time? And I wish everybody that's watching this video, I wish hopefully all of you can watch this part, because this part's going to be so important. What is this all about? Okay, and I brought this up yesterday too, and hopefully by making it so you can see it, it's going to be important. So if you need to write this down, because this is such a huge part of the actual video too, what I'm going to be saying to you right now. So this is start to engage, right? So whatever you're doing, start to be like, okay, I'm going to actually listen to what I'm saying, because this is actually important. Not to say that other things were important, but this is something you can actually take away. Okay, so what we did is within the acceleration phase, the transition phase, and the top end speed phase, we went and we looked to see how much time you should be spending on the ground in each one of those steps. So it's ranging from 0.4 seconds to 0.1 seconds, depending on which phase you're supposed to be in. But in each one of the phases, that's all described to you. So like Usain Bolt, at top end speed, he spends 0.1 seconds on the ground. Tyson Gay spends about 0.08. So now you know also if you're different body types where you fall into. Okay, so what we can then do is now we can say, okay, if your transition phase, let's say you're spending 0.35 seconds on the ground, but the elite people are spending 0.2 seconds on the ground, now we know that you need to work on your transition phase. Okay, so now we have a whole set part of the program that will help people in improving in their transition phase. Again, this is, if you're talking about a $97 value, all we're going to do, or think about it, for $100, you going and trying to ask somebody, how can I improve my transition phase to go from a 0.35 to a 0.2? If you were going to ask somebody to do that for $100, there's no way you could ask somebody to do that. I mean, there's no way, right? But what we'll do is that's what we lay out for you. The big thing is, what you have to do is you have to do this work and find out for yourself, okay, what is the key part of it that I need to improve, right? Whether it's your acceleration, transit, or whatever, it could be all of it, right? But the point being is, if you can go and find out, okay, this is the exact area that I need to improve on, now you have the template and the information to how to make that improvement. Now you can make that improvement. So that's where the value is. That's why it's not just about all the parts of the program. That's why it's not as much about, oh yeah, just the strength and conditioning, or not just the nutrition, not just, it's that we're going to be able to get very, very specific with you and help you and guide you and make it so you can understand where you are and where you need to be. And that's why the mentality part's in it as well, because it's about where you are and where you need to be. Okay? So, yeah, I need to wrap this up. I hope that you understand what that whole part was. I hope that didn't go over your head. But if you watch the video is like a 15-minute video where I go into in depth about all that. But all this is in the program. You get nutrition in the program, you get strength and conditioning, you get vitality, you get modules, you get all sorts of 14-day money-back guarantee. I don't know, first 150 people, we're probably at like 40 something, maybe 50 people. So, you still have the opportunity to be in the first 150 if you're watching this. I don't know what else we can give you. I don't know how to make this more valuable. If you're watching this and you haven't already taken action on the $97, I just don't know what else we can do to help. Let us know if there's something else that we can do, because I don't believe that we can add more value to this. All right. So yeah, if you have any questions though, obviously reach out. Hey, we're still doing these online breakdowns too. That's 60-second online breakdowns. That's been huge lately. We've been getting a lot more overall interest from that, so that's really exciting. And so if you want to get the online breakdown, go ahead and do that too. Keep checking out our videos, subscribe, everything like that. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Hope you decide to get on the program. If you get in the program, then you'll be getting a text message from me very, very soon, because we want you to be one of our first 150 members that get more personalization, more check-ins, more interaction.